In this video, pag-uusapan natin what RRSP is all about, how it works, and how you can use it to save money on taxes. But before that, I think mahalaga na pag-usapan natin how taxes work here in Canada. Diba dito sa Canada, if you have a job, you have to pay income tax. And ito yung tax na kinukuha sa paycheck mo automatically ng CRA every single paycheck. Here's how it really works. When you start working, the CRA makes an estimate of how much tax you will owe based on how much you earn, your age, and the province you live in. They do this kasi alam nila na ang mga tao mahihirapan makabayad ng tax. Especially kung lump sum ang ire-require nilang bayad sa tax. So ang ginagawa ng gobyerno, they take a little bit from each of our paycheck. Now, if they take too much tax out of your paychecks, you'll get that extra money back when you file your taxes or yung income tax refund na tinatawag. If they take too little naman, you will owe the difference when you file your tax. So, ayan yung rason kung bakit yung iba, they have to pay pa more income tax kasi siguro hindi na-anticipate ng CRA na mas malaki yung kikitain mo. Maybe because that year, sobrang dami mong pinikap na OT kaya lumaki yung income mo. So ngayon, alam niyo na how that part works. Ngayon, pag-uusapan naman natin, ano ba itong RRSP na ito dito sa Canada and how it can work at your advantage, especially kung malaki yung income mo. Stay tuned till the end para malaman mo kung paano mo magagamit ang RRSP para mapababa ang taxes mo. Ang RRSP or Registered Retirement Savings Plan is a special type of investment account na dinisenyo para matulungan tayong mga Canadians na mag-invest for our retirement. And just like any other registered accounts, I want you to think RRSP as a box, okay? Lahat ng perang ilalagay nyo dito sa loob ng box, dito sa RRSP, ay yun ang pwede mong magamit para pababain mo yung overall taxable income mo. Here's an example. If you earn $70,000 a year and you contribute $10,000 in your RRSP, then your taxable income for that year will be reduced to 60,000. Okay? So, 70,000 yung income mo. Naglagay ka ng 10,000 sa RRSP mo. In the eyes of CRA, parang 60,000 lang talaga yung income mo for that year. Okay? So, instead na 70,000 yung tataksan nila, 60,000 na lang yung tataksan nila. So, magkakaroon ka ng tax savings. Yung 10,000 na yan na nasa loob ng RRSP mo, okay? Pwede mo yang i-invest for your retirement. Sinabi ko na nga na RRSP is a box. So you need to tell it kung ano ba yung goals mo na ma-achieve dito sa RRSP mo. Okay? Just like other registered accounts, you can put your RRSP in stocks, ETF, or mutual funds. Okay? Never put your RRSP in money market, bonds, GIC, high interest savings account, or kung saan-saan pang conservative investments because your goal for this account is for the long term. And for the long term, we're talking about 20 to 40 years. Depende sa age nyo ngayon. So you have a long, long time to ride the ups and downs of the market. And the stock market nga since 1934 always goes up. Yung trend talaga niya is pataas in the long run. So even if you're seeing the fluctuations ng pera nyo sa RRSP nyo kasi nga ininvest nyo sa stock market, there is nothing to worry kasi this money is here for the long term. Kaya I really highly recommend na you start early because the longer your money is invested, the less the risk you have to take. Kasi alam natin na mas lalaki ang pera mo when it is invested kesa sa sinisave mo lang sa mga conservative accounts na meron tayo dyan. Kasi over time, yung value ng savings mo, it will get eaten by inflation. Ngayon, bakit ba sinasabing for retirement itong account na ito? The money you put into your RRSP is not taxed right away kasi, okay? Because you are deferring or you are delaying to pay the tax. So, meron siyang tax deferral benefit, okay? So, ang ibig sabihin nito, you don't have to pay for tax on it until you take the money out. Okay, so your money inside your RSP grows tax-free and you don't have to pay tax right now. You actually get tax savings right now na pwede nyo pang i-invest. Okay, ang mangyayari dito sa pera nyo sa RSP, when you take it out in the future, which is Usually in retirement, dun pa lang kayo matataksan, okay? So gusto natin siya sa retirement withdraw because that time hindi na tayo nagme-make ng active income. So mas maliit na yung income natin and mas maliit na rin tayo na tax bracket. Baka nasa minimum na tayo na tax bracket, okay? So yun yung reason why we are encouraged to use this RSP for retirement kasi that is the time when you are in a lower tax bracket. Kesa ngayon na ngayon ibabawas sa'yo lahat ng tax mo na medyo mataas pa yung income mo, bata ka pa, humahataw ka pa sa work, maybe ang dami mong pick up or baka nagdo-double, triple jobs ka pa, nasa talagang mapupunta ka sa mataas na tax bracket. So talagang kakainin ng taxes yung income mo. So kung mataas nga yung income mo, kadalasan yan, kailangan mo pang magbayad sa gobyerno kasi hindi sapat yung tinake out nila every paycheck. Kaya nakakatulong yung RSP na yan para mabigyan ka ng tax savings so you can reinvest that money back in your RRSP para next year, mas marami ka pang tax savings or kung gusto mo rin naman yung mga refund na makukuha mo, i-reinvest mo siya sa TFSA para ma-diversify yung pera mo. While in the meantime, the money that you have in your box or in your RSP, lumalaki siya kasi ininvest mo siya. Especially kapag ininvest mo siya sa tamang portfolio. Para pagdating ng retirement, mas malaki na yung perang meron ka sa RRSP. Therefore, yung pera na yun yung withdrawin mo every single month sa panahong retire ka na. Kasi 'di ba 'pag retired ka na, hindi ka na nagtatrabaho. So kailangan mo talaga ng monthly income and kukuhanin mo 'yan sa RRSP mo. And as a result, your money can grow faster talaga because you're saving on taxes today and you don't have to pay taxes on the interest or investment gains each year in your RRSP. Pwede mo pang i-reinvest yung tax savings mo every single year. Plus, yung pera mo inside an RSP is invested to help you in retirement for the future. I know in the past you treated your refund as free money from the government. So sana through this video, naiintindihan mo na it's not really free money, okay? It's your money na in one full year, actually, hindi siya naka-invest. Hindi lumaki yung pera na yun kasi we need hold ng CRA para ipangbayad sa tax mo come tax filing season. So please stop thinking tax refund is a free money. It's actually your money na parang saving na walang interest at ibabalik lang sa'yo kung sobra yung nakuha ng gobyerno sa'yo. So you have to use it wisely. Give it some justice na i-invest mo ito pagkakuha mo ng tax refund. Hindi yung ansaya mo kasi sa isip mo may pang shopping ka, may pang travel ka, kala mo na isahan mo na yung gobyerno. So to take out your RRSP is gonna have to be converted into what is called RRIF or RIF. Ang tawag dito is Registered Retirement Income Fund. And ito na nga yung magiging monthly income mo kapag nag-retire ka na in the future. And you can convert your RRSP into RIF anytime sa pagre-retire mo. Kunyari, gusto mo mag-retire ng 60 or 65 and gusto mo na siyang i-convert into RIF. You can do that, pero yung sa ibang tao, naghihintay talaga sila kasi gusto pa nilang palakihin yung RRSP nila or maybe hindi pa nila kailangan, early on during retirement. So, pero dito sa RRSP na to, may deadline siya, okay? You have to start taking the money out in your RRSP in the year that you turn 71. And there's gonna be a minimum amount that you have to start taking out. So eventually, you are gonna have to start paying taxes na dinelay mo on this account, okay? But again, the idea is you will be in a much lower tax bracket kasi nga wala ka ng active income at that time. So itong RSP nga nito is more beneficial if you are in a higher tax bracket today, okay? And for the purpose of this example, let's take a look at BC's provincial and federal tax brackets, okay? So dito sa left side is yung income mo. And then sa right side naman, yung tax bracket mo based on your income. Tax bracket meaning ito yung percentage na ibabawas sa income mo based on the federal tax rate sa kaliwa and based on provincial tax rate naman sa kanan. So let's say you're making about less than 47,000 annually, okay? Then kung ganyan ang income mo, you will be at the minimum federal tax rate na 15%, okay? And minimum provincial tax rate naman na 5%. Meaning, if you combine these two, ang tax bracket mo ay nasa 20.6%. Okay? Pinagsama ng provincial and federal tax rate. So, yung 20% na yan yung minimum tax bracket dito sa BC. So, if you're making less than $47,000 annually, RRSP is not for you. Okay? Mag-TFSA ka na lang muna kasi pwede mo namang ilipat yung perang may ipon or may invest mo dito sa TFSA sa RRSP mo in the future kapag medyo mas malaki na yung income mo, okay? Maybe pag at least $50,000 to $60,000 income ka na, dun pa lang siya magme-make sense na ilagay mo sa RRSP. Kasi nga, nandun ka na sa mas mataas na tax bracket. So magkakaroon ka ng mas malaking tax savings, okay? Kasi mas malaki yung sisingilin ng tax ng gobyerno sa'yo. Okay, dun mo pa lang talaga mama-maximize yung use ng RSP to save you on taxes. Now, let's talk about eligibility, okay? So, to open an RSP, you must have earned an income already and file a tax return, okay? You also need to have a SIN number, okay? SIN number. And kagaya nga ng sinasabi ko sa inyo, dapat rin, bago kang mag-open ng RSP, nagme-make sense sa inyo, okay, sa income nyo bago nyo siya buksan. Kasi may iba, hindi nila alam na hindi naman pala para sa kanilang RSP kasi you can open it, okay? As long as you have SIN, as long as you filed your tax already, you can open an RSP. Pero a lot of people, they don't know na RSP doesn't make sense to their income just yet. Parang ang alam lang nila, it's a good idea to open it. So nag-o-open sila, okay? So, if you do that, hindi mo talaga maximize yung pera mo, okay? Your money is better off growing in a tax-free savings account na later on, you have the flexibility to move it to RRSP. Kasi if you put your money in your RRSP, you cannot transfer that to TFSA, okay? Unless you wanna pay the withholding tax, okay? So pag-uusapan natin yan. So you need to be making 50 to 60,000 minimum for this account to make sense to you. And if you're making less than this annually, then sinabi ko nga, TFSA ka muna. Now, pag-usapan naman natin yung contribution limit, okay? You can set up an automated deposit into your RSP every single paycheck, and that's really the best way to do it, okay? Pero just like any other registered accounts, there is a limit on how much you can contribute into your RRSP account, okay? The amount you can contribute each year depends on how much income you earn. So for the 2024 tax year, the RRSP contribution limit is about 18% of your earned income from the previous year. So in 2023, up to a maximum limit of 31,560. Now, every year, nagbabago yung maximum limit na yan. So for 2024, ang max limit is 31,560. And for 2025, I believe the limit has increased to about $32,000. And I will tell you the exact number in the comment section below, okay? Now, let's do an example here. If you earn 60,000 in 2023, your RRSP contribution limit for 2024 would be 18% of $60,000, which equals to 10,800. Okay? So ibig sabihin, 10,800 lang yung maximum na pwede mong i-contribute sa RRSP based on your income. So, sinabi ko nga na ang maximum limit is 31,560. So, kung nag-make ka naman ng mas malaki income, let's say you made about $175,000 in 2023, okay? Your maximum contribution limit is about 31,500, okay? But if you made more than 175,000 annually, okay? Ang magiging limit mo pa rin is 31,560 kasi nga yan lang yung maximum limit natin for 2024. So I'll just clarify it now na rin no, na your contribution space is based on your deposits, not on the growth of your money. Okay? So lahat lang ng nilagay nyo sa RRSP, yun lang yung magka-count as contribution space. And to check your exact contribution room, pwede mong i-check yan sa notice of assessment mo from the CRA. You can log into your My CRA account or pwede ka rin naman tumawag sa hotline ng CRA. Just keep in mind that any contributions above your limit will be subject to a penalty of 1% per month on the excess amount. So you have to be careful na hindi ka mag-over dyan sa limit mo kasi medyo mataas yung penalty na babayaran mo, 1% a month. So let's talk about unused contribution room, okay? If you didn't max out your RRSP contribution this year, the unused room will carry forward to the following year. It allows you to contribute more than the regular limit, okay? Kasi nga, cumulative siya. Each year, the space that you don't use, it's just going to accrue. So, over time, kung hindi ka nakakapaghulog sa RSP mo, then nothing to worry about because you're just gonna be building up more and more space. So, magkakaroon ka ng more room in the future kapag medyo more able ka na to put money in your RRSP. Now, let's talk about deadline, okay? There's a deadline every year and this is usually in early March, okay? This year in 2024, ang deadline natin is for February 29 kasi nga leap year. Next year in 2025, ang deadline ng RSP contribution is in March 1st, 2025, okay? So if you want to reduce your taxes for 2023, you need to contribute to your RSP before the deadline. So before March 1st, 2025. And something to keep in mind then dito sa RSP na to, so once you take your money out of your RSP, your space is permanently gone. Okay, so if you take out 5,000, let's say, okay, that 5,000 space is permanently gone. Unlike sa TFSA na kapag nag-withdraw ka this year, next year, pwede mo siyang ibalik. Okay? Magre-reset kasi yun eh. Pwede mo siya ibalik kasi kinuha na mo ng space, ibabalik mo lang yung space. Sa TFSA, pwede yun. But with RSP, if you take your money out, it's permanently gone. Okay? So with RSP, let's say for example, you take $5,000, okay, you cannot put that $5,000 back lalo na kung nagma-maximize ka, okay? Kung marami kang room, then that's okay. As long as you're within your yearly limit, you're okay. So meron nga tayong iba-ibang klaseng RSP account. Okay, so ang pinaka-straightforward dyan is yung individual RSP. So if you wanna start your own personal RSP, because that's an individual account. Meron din naman tayong tinatawag na group RRSP. You know, some employers offer this to their employees. Ito yung mga employer na nag-o-offer ng employer matching. Kinagko-contribute sila dun sa RRSP mo. And if your employer is matching your contributions, then you have to make sure that you're maximizing it, okay? Because you are essentially getting a guaranteed return of your money in this type of plan. So this is a good thing. Meron din naman tayong tinatawag na spousal RRSP. This is a type of RRSP that you can use kung kayong mag-asawa ay may malaking difference sa income nyo, okay? Let's say one is making more income than the other. Let's say one is making about $150,000 annually and then the other one is about $40,000 annually. One spouse, usually the higher income earner, can contribute money to an RRSP in the other spouse's name, yung mas maliit yung income. By doing this, both husband and wife can help both partners save for retirement and offer tax benefit for the high-income earner spouse. The contributing spouse, yung mas malaki yung sweldo, gets the tax break for the contribution like with the regular RSP. So the lower income spouse will eventually pay taxes when they withdraw the money in retirement. But ideally nga, they will be in a much lower tax bracket. So they will pay less tax. And that's really how that works. That's how spousal RRSP works in general. I will go into more detail in our next video so this one doesn't get too long. So in a separate video, I will also explain how you can withdraw money from your RRSP tax-free through the home buyers plan for the first-time home buyers and the lifelong learning plan. So stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Please like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Bye now.